Snuggles. Oh, I hope I'm not covered in spiders. Morning, Cow. Good morning, Palin. How's it going? How we do? The bunnies are enjoying the ice pod. They're I was trying to tempt them out and then I put that down and now they've decided they'd much rather stay around that. Which is fair dues. I mean, it's not super warm today. It's well, it could go either way, I feel. Like, either the clouds are going to clear and it's going to be very stuffy or it'll be fine. But yes. Good morning, Zara, and good morning, Zara. And Megalomaniac and Shadow. Good morning, Sapphire and Zarok and Rob. Morning, Lily and Minion. And also Rob. I was just working and I looked at the time and was suddenly like, oh no. I've been completely distracted again. It is Frog Day. Good frog. I still need to toddle out to the shops and actually get stuff for the recipe. I suddenly thought, like, I don't actually have the stuff to make a cake today. So I have to see how it hope the shops have everything I need. Oh no, Jerry boy. Oh, Jerry boy, good morning, B and Anhol and Achancho and Tim. Jerry. You had like one and then was like, no. What's this boy thinking? Okay. No, Jerry. Jerry, no. That's okay. I'll give you some blanky breakfast. Hang on, Fifi. I'm sorry. I'm stealing all of your food back again. Morning, Nico. Morning, Dave. Green food colouring is very important. This is true. Wait, where's he gone? No, Jerry. Can I tempt you with a pellet? No. You are not to be tempted. Oh, baby boy. Do you want to do some exploring and then you can have pellets? You can't decide. You just want to chin? You're gonna chin all of them? Alex is moving in the hallway because he's getting ready to go. So he might just be distracted by the noise. That's okay. I'll put them up here. We can have them in a little bit. I mean, Fifi's enjoying them. She's munching her way through. Okay, there you go. No noises in the hallway now. Jerry! He can't decide. Jerry? Jerry? Maybe I should have taken more away from Fifi. She's had a lot of munching to do all this time. Oh, baby boy. I don't know where he's going off food so much recently. He'll have it eventually. He just seems to like to take his time. Dave, thank you very much for the 40 months, 39 years, and they are still both babies. Oh, and a T2 as well. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Mazira. He enjoys the little things. The pellets are little. Can he enjoy them? I'll leave them for a bit. Hopefully he'll decide that he do be wanting them soon. Jerry? I don't understand this boy. It's like he suddenly heard Fifi munching and was like, oh, what you got there? My little baby. There you go. We can just do them one at a time. Phoebe, you've left some behind. Still see two over on the carpet. I mean, maybe I should space them out so that they get one each at a time. Tea. She wants Gerry, she does. Any that he's chinned. Makes them extra tasty. Do do. Do do. Do do. Did you give the buns plenty of treats? Will you give Wheelboy pellets too? Wheelboy doesn't live here. He's in somewhere else. I don't know what basement they keep him in. He's somewhere else. He's somewhere away. But maybe if I see him at Jingle Jam. Or maybe he'll get let out early for Camp Yog. You never know. Maybe he'll get a special holiday. Oh no, Gerry. You got a snuffers today. Is that why you're not feeling super hungry? Because you're feeling snuffy. One in ours. Do. Feed the Wheelboy fork cake. Oh no. One in Anno. Yeah, I have to have a thing. The thing that I'm trying to decide on is whether to make icing or whether to just be lazy and just buy tubs of the icing and then just dye it sort of thing to fit with the colours of fork cake. Yeah, he's not been snuffly for a while, bless him, but it is coming back a little bit, and it's like unfortunate timing because obviously we're going away on holiday. I have had to nebulize him a couple times recently, but they've got their vaccinations coming up, and if it's not cleared by then, they might want to hold off giving them to them. Oh, Fifi, she was like, I thought you were out of pellets. That's the only reason I left. No, I have loads. Oh. There you go, baby boy. Is this the way now? Do I have to individually feed pellet every morning? Oh. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. There was a lady on a page recently who said that one of her buddies choked on a pellet. So to be honest, it's maybe it's nice that they slow down and have them one at a time this way. Vegan frosting, you just use like vegan butter and icing sugar, and I guess maybe like a little bit of water or oat milk or something. Oh, I mean, the last one I made was a very simple one that was literally just lemon juice and sugar, but I'd need a thicker one for this. Boop 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. Good morning, Limewood. How's it going? What about fondant? I've never made fondant. I've always just bought it. So I don't know. You're talking fork cakes? Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to be lazy and buy icing or buy the stuff for it. Because I guess it all depends whether I go to the big shop or the little shop. Fondant icing sucks. I don't mind it. I guess I only really have it like once a year on a Christmas cake. But I've always like, I don't really mind fondant icing. It's fine. It's just sugar, innit? But yes, it's always just decoration over taste. I quite like the icing that goes onto Christmas cakes, unless there's a different type of fondant icing. The only like fondant icing I don't like is I find that any like black fondant icing has a funny taste to it. I don't know what's used for the dye, but that is always a bit funky. But every other stuff is I don't mind, it's nice. Look at this boy, he honks you heckin' baby. Hello. Noticed it on wedding cakes big time. I guess I've not seen fondant icing on wedding cakes for a long time. Everyone seems to go for the sort of like nakedy looking cakes now. I guess traditionally it was probably more fondant to give it the structure. But yeah. We had like 5 different cakes and they were all buttercream icing. But yeah, I don't see many people having like what you'd call traditional wedding cakes anymore, which is nice because fruitcake is just a bit meh. Like it's nice for a Christmas cake because that's once a year and it's like the taste of Christmas. But yeah, nowadays I don't think many people go for that. I don't know, maybe it's just the people I know. Not a cake fan in general. That's fair dues. Not everyone has a sweet tooth. My brother had cupcakes and you got to pick the flavour on your RSVP. Yeah, see, that's what we wanted to do. We had like, I didn't want it to just be the one cake and everyone had to like it or lump it. So we had 5 different ones. And 2 of them were gluten-free. But yeah, bitches. I like ice cream cake, which isn't really cake. That's fair dues. Basic when it comes to cake. A lemon drizzle is banging, to be honest. I was thinking of doing the frog cake as a lemon cake. Just because it is very yummy. I don't actually know what cake it's meant to be. It's there's a mystery. But I'll have to go through the cupboard and see what I actually have and what I need to get from the shops. But I do have a lot of work to do today, so it might be a little bit rushed towards the end. We don't really, I think we don't get what seems to be called ice cream cake in, like, from what I've understood, ice cream cake is literally just ice cream. I don't know, whereas we tend to have something that's like, what were they called? Like the Arctic rolls. I guess that is the only like ice cream mixed cake thing that we have, rather than just ice cream in the shape of a cake. Nightsham, thank you very much for the 44 months. Oh, I thought Gerry was gonna fall over. 2 + 2. But yeah, that's what it is here, just ice cream in the shape of a cake. Yeah, I mean, I guess the closest we get to that is like Viennetta. I guess that's like sort of made to look more. Hello, you decided you want more pillow. Oh. No, he's instantly decided against it. Oh, do you? You don't know what you want today, do you? You want something, but you don't want to tell me what it is. You're going to make me guess. Oh, baby boy. I did used to really like the crunchiness of cutting into a Viennetta. Like, that was a good sound. It was a very satisfying, like, all the different chocolate levels cracking. Morning, Thomas. Looking back at now, I'm not sure what was supposed to be posh about Viennetta. Oh, I think of it being very posh. Viennetta. That was like the fancy dessert. But I've not really seen anything like that's vegan. The ice cream that you get at the Happy Cow ice cream truck in Bristol is so thick. It's like super thick whippy. And it's so good. We got one the other day when it was actually a little bit warm. Well, it did actually. It bucketed it down like 5 minutes later. But it was very warm. But yeah, it's so good. You got ice cream without me? Oh no, I sent you a photo. It's the day I went to Kabbalah as well. And I sent you a photo of that too. This is not new information. Do you remember I told you that they didn't have the waffles? Because you were like, what? You didn't get a waffle? And I was like, no. Alex asked why they didn't have the waffles, and as soon as the lady said no, he stopped listening to the reason why, because he was like, I don't care why. If I'm not getting them, I don't care. So I've still not tried the waffles from there. They're just a thing of legend. But now it's getting warmer. Oh my gosh. Gonna be making more visits to that truck after streams, I reckon. Although the last 3 days have been really cold. It was quite odd today, like getting up and not going to see the cats. Because for the last 3 days or so I've been on cat duty. Now all of a sudden, no cat though. But it did mean that I got to have a little bit of a lie-in, which was nice. Gerry? What's he sat up for? Is he thinking toffee or does he have an itch? Hi. Lydia's cats, yeah. I've been cat sitting while she's been away for a couple days. I actually got Hastings to be happy with me stroking him, and that was my biggest victory. He actually purred, and I was like, yay! Approval. It was a very short thing, but while it lasted, it was nice. Lumbo grabbed my bum twice on the first day. He's a little hussy. Are the plants still alive? I assume so. I wasn't given any instructions for the plants, so hopefully everything's fine. Do you think bunnies can smell cat on you? Yeah, if I am like wearing the same trousers and stuff, they will give me big sniffs when I get back, just sort of like, who be this? What is this? Mike has been to the vet. He's officially too fat and needs to go on a diet. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. She not show you the app? No, I said, like, do you want me to water any of the plants? And she was like, no, they'll be fine. So yeah, I didn't have to If anything's happened to the plants, it's outside of my responsibility. It's fine. As long as the cats are okay, it's all good. My work there is done. Spoke about a special plant app on... Oh yeah, I saw a tweet about it, I think. About how it helps you know which ones to water and when. So I guess it's a good thing. Because it can be difficult to like not over or underwater. She didn't forget. I said to her, like, do you want me to? And she was like, oh no, I've got 23 houseplants. I couldn't ask you to do that. And I was like, I'm happy to. She was like, no, that'd be fine. So yeah, I think she said she just topped them up a little bit more than she normally would. And let them power through a couple days. But yes. Do you know of your track record with plants? That it could be. The only thing I can keep alive is a spider plant. And that's because they are probably the easiest thing to keep alive. You can forget to water them for 2 weeks and then you give them a sip and they're like, thank you so much. And then they flourish. But yeah. But yes. You have a spider plant. Yeah, they just seem to like to sit in bathrooms and slowly soak up a little bit of moisture every now and then. They're very low maintenance. And then every now and then it decides to have like 20 babies. And I feel bad because I cut them all off and put them in the compost. But yeah. It is a little survivor. One in sneeze. Oh, that's true. I do have a succulent, actually. I sort of forget that exists, and it's still alive. So, it's probably... I think anything that, like, thrives on neglect is my sort of plant. Sometimes, I know they're supposed to be difficult to take care of, I think, but, orchids. I swear orchids thrive on neglect as well. Some people say they're difficult to take care of, but I swear they're meant to like thrive in like the cracks of cities and like just cracks in the pavement and stuff, like not actually needing that much care. That's how mine was. I could never when I tried taking care of an orchid, I could never get it to be okay. And then I moved out and I forgot it. And I came back like weeks later and was like, oh, look, it's flowering. All it needed was to be ignored for a few weeks. And it's managed to just get along. But yes. Tea. Doesn't want to focus on Gerry from this. Oh, no, there you go. Him Floof. Floofy boy. Tea. Sounds like my piece, Lily. Pretty sure that one hates me. Yeah. My only pet was a cactus I had for a little while. It lasted a little while. Ah. You are meant to be able to put spider plants in with hamsters. I think they are safe to have around because they don't tend to want to eat them, but occasionally you get someone in the hamster group who will just post a picture of an absolutely decimated spider plant and be like, should I take this out? And everyone's like, yes. It would be nice, like sometimes you see people who have like pots of herbs in with the bunnies for them to nibble whenever they want, but I feel like Fifi would just eat the entire thing. She's not really a save some for later bunny. Just a good munch. I had another look, just because I want to get an idea of like, well, just because I'm looking for inspiration. I had another look last night at the I'm Just Sleeping category on Twitch. And I swear, like, the top 10 results this time were VTubers. I was like, I feel like this is cheating. Morning, Annie. But yeah, I need to check if the bunny charity have been added to Tiltify. But yes, I want to come up with more ideas for it. But the thing that I hate about that category, like, I've not actually seen this, but I've just like heard about it. But when people do things where they have like alerts set up to like disturb their sleep, that I'm like, that's not good. That's unhealthy. Did you see my exciting news? I'm going back to uni. Ah, congratulations. Oh, that is exciting. Oh, wait, I think I did see you. You becoming a teacher? Yesterday was a busy day. So everything is sort of blended. You are? Oh, okay. My brain has sorted some information from yesterday then. Oh, congratulations. I hope it all goes good. Little primary school teacher. Oh, I had a dream about two, I was going to say boys. I guess they are men now. Two people I went to primary school with last night. Just hadn't thought about them in years, and all of a sudden just popped into my head. It's was Ted one of them? No, I was at secondary school with Ted. He went to a different primary school. But yeah, it was very, very strange. And then I woke up thinking, like, I wonder if we should do a primary school reunion. And I was like, I can't be bothered. And I put the idea out of my head. It is just funny. I feel like the people you go to primary school with, you know their full names. I barely remember anyone from my year at secondary school. Whereas I could probably, if I sat down and really thought about it, I could probably name everyone that was in my year at primary school. I guess because they are your entire social circle for like 8 years of your formative years. It's whereas then you go to secondary school, is the opposite for you? I guess for me it's just like, I guess because you only have such tiny classes when you go to, I can still remember my year 3 seating plan. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just because I was a big nerd at secondary school and I didn't know anyone. Had much bigger classes in primary. Oh my gosh. See, like my school, when you were in primary school, you were just with the same like 20 other people, and then you go to secondary school and all of a sudden you're in a year with like 100 people. Because what did we have? Like, I guess it would have been more than that. We would have like forms of 30, and there were like 8 forms maybe in a year. So it was there were just people that you just wouldn't, I didn't really even know from my secondary school. They were in the same year as me, but I guess if you just weren't in the form together. But yeah, but yes. My graduating class from high school in the US was around 400 students. Oh my goodness. I guess I vaguely remember some of the people from my form. But outside of that, I'm trying to remember how it would work. I think it would be that you would have your form. So the way my school did it was each year was a letter of the alphabet, and then your form would be another letter. So say if you were in M year, you might be like in MB, and then another form would be MK, like that sort of thing. So you would have like for ease, I would call them AB and AC, but you'd have half of AB would go into science group, whilst the other half would be with AD in maths. And so that would be the only mingling you would really do, would be like occasionally you'd be in with another form, but usually you didn't really see anyone else. So I think I would like recognize people from assemblies and stuff, and most of my primary school went to my secondary school, so they were sort of like the only people I really knew there. And I also knew people from another, like my dad was a head teacher at another school, so I knew the kids from there that went to my secondary school as well. But other than that, I don't think I really met anyone else. So it was still very much primary school was like the people I knew carried over. But yes, secondary we had 30 people per class and then 3 seats per year. So you'd have set 2A and set 2B, for example. Oh, okay. Yeah, ours was like, I mean, I'm trying to think like how many kids there must have been in my year, but I guess you never really. Every couple of years, you would get a school photo. I think I only had maybe one in the whole time I was there, so I guess they timed it so you only got one. And I think that was literally like the only time I really saw all of the school together. But other than that, everyone was just very fast bred. And I guess like with once you got into like your after GCSE years, you'd start being in different whatchamacallits, split up into different classes and stuff. We had years called 1, 2, 3, etc., and then our classes were called ABC from year 1 to 6, who all had lessons together. Wait, what? Okay, so from years 1 to 6. Oh, okay. We had, like, my year was Q. We were in Q year, and everyone wanted to be in QT because they thought that was the form of QTs. I wasn't in QT, sadly. But strangely enough, my niece, she goes to the same school that I went to, and she's in Q year as well. So it's come full circle. But she's not in the same form that I was in. Where's the cool house names? I think when I left, maybe they separated my school into, I think they renamed some of the buildings, because our buildings were literally called like A block, B block, C block. And I think they renamed them to have the names of like scientists or something, but that wasn't like that when I was there. But yeah. But yes. It was a time. School was a time. Whereas, I guess, like, for me, when you're in primary school, like, those are literally all of the kids you know. They are your entire social circle and world. And then when you had a birthday party, you would just invite everyone from your class because that was literally everyone you knew. So, like, everyone would go to everyone's birthday every year. So I guess that maybe that's why it's like a bit more cemented in my head. All of those names. Whereas I guess once you got into secondary school, I didn't really see anyone outside of school particularly. So yeah. I think it wasn't until like later on years when I made friends with people in the years above that I would actually socialize outside of school. Um, you get a specific colored tie depending on what house you went to. Oh, my school wasn't fancy enough for ties. We didn't. I think they maybe got them after I left, maybe. I know they changed the uniform, but yeah, back in my day, no ties. Our houses were named after influential people in the school. Changed them in my last year there. Okay. Yeah. No, we were just letters. We were letters. The building blocks were letters. Everything letters. Our houses were named after famous advocates. To be honest, it felt a bit tokenistic if well-meaning. Yeah, I don't know what mine changed to. I know the school has changed a lot. But it's quite funny actually because I got invited to like a Facebook page for my school. And it's funny because like when you go there you think like this is the time that people went to this school, and then there were people from like oh yeah, who's class of 63? And I'm just like, what? Secondary school for us is ages like 11 to 18. So well, I guess it does actually depend. Which it depends. There's like in the Midlands, and other places, you do get like middle school as well, which will be slightly different. But yeah, it's all oh, Gerry. Gerry, can I take that carpet out your mouth, please? Gerry. Where did it go? Did you drop it? I cannot tell. Oh no, it's still there. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I can't remember how like middle school works, but there are some places in the UK. I know that in like Worcestershire, it's particularly common to have like you go to primary school, or do they call it first school? Until like I don't know actually. I don't know when you leave it, but I think that system does actually make more sense because I think it is a bit crazy to have a school which has like 11-year-olds and 16-year-olds in. I think the difference between those ages is just so huge. I think it does make sense to split it up into like smaller groups, but I guess it's difficult to say without having been to those schools. I only really know the system that I went to, and it didn't feel like it worked. So I guess the alternative does seem better. Do you want another pellet? No. Fifi does. Oh, you want that? No, he just dropped it. Gerry. You're in a funny mood today, baby boy. Tea. But I think there are lots of schools around the world that do things better than we do. Like, is it like in Scandinavia where you don't go to school until like 4 or 5 or something? You actually get to just learn other stuff and be a child for longer, which always sounded like a good thing. I think maybe that's the case in Iceland, but that's just judging from one man on Twitter who I follow who has a child and is from Iceland. But like, I don't know, it's just so strange when I like seeing my niece and nephew when they've got like already going into school type scenarios when they're so young. Well, my niece is older now, but back when she was little. Morning, Default. We have 8 years of primary school from 4 to 5 to 12, and then 5 or 6 of secondary in Ireland. Only 2 schools. Whereas it seems these days that kids are going to like preschool before nursery as well, just to like get used to being at school, sort of thing. We have low school from 6 to 9, middle school from 10 to 12, and high school from 13 to 15. The gymnasium from 16 to 18, and then uni. Yeah, I think it just makes more sense, like splitting it up like that. Sounds a lot better. Because like the school I went to, I think I've talked about this before, but you would be there as like, so they decided for some reason to give a different uniform to the younger kids just to make you really stand out. So you'd have like, so all of the older kids would know definitely which kids to bully when they turned up because they would separate them out with uniform. And I'm just like, that's not that's not smart. I mean, I guess they recognize that because they have changed it now so that everyone has the same uniform. But yeah, it was definitely tough when I was there. Do. Although I've always been quite tall, so I don't think I ever really looked like I was in the first year. Our uniform was the same except for a coloured stripe on the collar. I was green. Oh yeah, that reminds me when you'd have Gerry, like a sports day as well. You'd be separated out into your colours. Hello, Gerry. Oh, he's not going to want mint, are you? You're not going to be in a minty mood. Here you go, Fifi. Oh. Come on, let's go around. Let's go around to the blankie. Okay. Here you go. Here is a carrot tops. She's over minted. Oh wait, you have Gerry's. That's the one you just turned away. Evie, there's a little bit there. No. Is that okay, Gerry? You got little drip drops all over you. Oh, Gerry boy. What are we gonna do with you, eh? Gonna have to slowly offer you pellets throughout the day. Seems like that bit of mint is not good. It is not desirable. If even Fifi's turning her nose up at it. I love that she went for a double sniff, as if it was going to have changed. Oh, bless. I don't think I've ever seen Fifi chin anything. I thought I might have seen her chin something once, but then it was so quick that I was like, oh, did she? But yeah, she just doesn't seem to. She just seems to eat stuff. She doesn't seem to have time to chin things. Just it just consumes on the spot. No chin, only take, yeah. You okay, Fifi? After I finished the stream yesterday, I was just watching Buncam for a while afterwards, and Fifi had just like put her snoot right up against it. It was making me giggle. It was very fish-eyed Fifi. Cozy bunnies. Very cozy. I was so hungry last night because I looked up that Uwe had a new burger. I don't remember how I became aware of it, but then I started looking at their menu to see what else they had, and then I just made myself so hungry. I was just like, oh, I have no excuse to order buggy. But yeah, it's the dream adverts from Futurama. They're too far away for me to get takeaway. Oh no. You just have to make a trip in. Get that ooey. Gerry, you're so little. You need an excuse, yes. Saj. Although the new burgers do have gherkins in, but I did look and there is an option to not have the gherkins in it because they are They are the first thing that I take out if ever they put them in, and I give them to either Alex or Kirsty. Depends which spouse I am out with at the time. Chef Goblin is available, yes. You love gherkins. See, I don't like them, but I know a lot of people who do, so it's nice that I've always got someone willing to eat my pickles. There's never a pickle goblin far away. But yeah, I just don't get why they're so popular to put in things. I feel like things that are pickled are a very divisive flavour. So why is it such a common addition? People add it as if it's not weird, but it is. Or maybe it's just me. I was talking to Trot about this last night, actually. I was asking, do you think that the flavour... Actually, maybe this is too weird a thing to say on stream. Maybe this should be kept to late night nonsense conversations. You have to say it now. Oh, so, okay, no, I don't mean this in, like, as weird a way as it sounds. By which I mean, I'm going to say something weird, but I don't want you to think I'm weird. But do you think that all of everyone's spit tastes different, and spit is like the condiment that decides how our food is going to taste? And is that why people have different tastes? Because when they're like, I don't like this taste, it's because the taste of their mouth doesn't complement it. This feels like a Dr. Simon question. I find it so fascinating that people, like, I think we need different various bits to tell. This is very similar to what Trot said. But I was just trying to figure out, like, why are some tastes so repulsive to people? And so, like, Alex is like, olives are so good. Whereas I literally, if I put them in my mouth, I have such a violent reaction. It's not even one of those things that I'm like, oh, I don't particularly like them, but I'll eat them if they're on something. I will literally, they will just eject themselves. And I'm like, how can something... It all started because we were walking along the other day with Alex, and I was like, oh, that person's dinner smells nice. And Alex was like, if you kept a child in a box and only, like, they never knew what food was, do you reckon that the smell of food would make them hungry, or they wouldn't register that it was food and it wouldn't make them hungry? Like, obviously you'd give them other, like, they would have sustenance in other ways, like, I don't know, a drip or something. Good morning, Dewey. But, or like if there was some sort of futuristic thing where they just ate like cubes of, like Huel, if they just had Huel. But, like, would the smell of food... Because obviously we smell other things and they smell nice, but they don't make us hungry. Whereas things that we know are the food things would be like, ooh, I just walked past a chip shop, now I'm hungry. Whereas if you had never had chips, would the smell of a chippy make you hungry? This is the question. Because, like, what is it? Like, you smell a nice flower and you're like, this is a pleasant smell. But you're not then like, ow. So that's how it all began. Because then I was like, how did we learn what make hungry, what tastes nice, make good food? Yeah. It's more down to the taste buds. See, this is what I thought. I thought, is it something to do with your tongue? Is it your tongue that makes... But then how... Like, is that a learned thing? Because obviously people have different, like, tolerances depending on the food that they grow up with. But are there things... Could you train yourself to like something? Or are there just things that it is just in the genetics of your mouth that you're never gonna like it? Like, could I ever train myself to like cinnamon? Or is that just always gonna be bad vibes for me? But yes, that was my thought. That's what I will leave you with. Pretty sure it's common to not like dark chocolate as a kid and like it as an adult, for example. But what is it that changes? It's like people always said to me, like, oh, you're like wine when you're older. or you're like beer when you're older. And now whenever I taste either of those things, I'm still like, nope, they're still trash. Like Alex, the other day we went to this brewery and Alex is like, this is the nicest ale I have ever had. Like, it's so nice. And he was like, do you wanna try it? And I was like, no. And he was like, do you want to at least smell it? And I smelt it and I was like, it literally smells like every beer I have ever smelled in my life ever. Like, I don't understand. They're all the same. I guess that's me not having a cultured palate when it comes to beer. Well, it is time for me to head off and go do work and eventually go to the shops. We go, oh, Mousy. Oh, we can go to Mousy. I didn't realize Mousy would be streaming at this time. Hiccup. That's a nice surprise. Yeah, let's go to Mousy. And hiccups. But yes. Just wanted to send you all off today aware of your spit. That's my parting thought. I will be doing a baking stream later. Fingers crossed. If I can get all the ingredients. Trying to make a fork cake. But yeah, look after yourselves, everyone. And hopefully I can go and get this work done and then get out to the shops in time to not have to have a panic later about not having stuff. And yes, be good. I will speak to you later. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, tell Anhole I'm saying bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let's go. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Nice. Thank you. Bye, bye. A boop.